The new Mini Electric is built about 100 miles that way from where I'm sitting, in somewhere called Oxfordshire in the UK. This is where the Mini was born and built since 1959. Thrust into a world of political chaos amid the Suez Crisis, Mini was an answer to an energy crisis. History is repeating. Of course, these days Mini is owned by BMW. Since they rebooted the brand 20 years ago with the Mini 1, it has continued to attract buyers who love everything the original Mini stood for. Small, darty, fun to drive. Does the new Mini Electric fit the bill? Let's find out. This is all you need to know about the new Mini Electric. Well, rewind just over 10 years, and Mini had a small-scale electric prototype program of 600 electric Minis. In fact, I know someone in that trial, and he absolutely loved the car. But he feels Mini blew an early lead, and if only they'd developed that car, we wouldn't be talking about the first electric Mini now. This is the first mass-produced electric Mini, and their philosophy at the factory, which makes a new car every 67 seconds, is to build both this and the piston versions in exactly the same place. Then, as more buyers shift to electric over the next few years, Mini can dial up one production line and dial down the other. Of course, that means this is a car designed originally for fossil fuel, and they've made it into an EV by stuffing batteries into the central tunnel and under the back seats in a T shape. Does that make it a compromised car? Or does it make up for it? Mini says, well, that's the point. If you want an EV which makes you stand out from the crowd as driving a green car, well, there's plenty of those. This looks like any other Mini Cooper. In fact, it has the Cooper badge on the back and shares many components with the petrol versions in order to save costs. This is just another Mini. It happens to be electric though, and we think it's better than the fossil version. The motors on the front axle, of course, are much lighter than having a heavy engine up front, so this car has a perfect 50-50 weight distribution. Plus, the battery puts all the weight down low, in fact a lower centre of gravity than the hot hatch Cooper S by 30mm. This is a car you can have loads of fun with on a quiet, twisty road or maybe even a track day. And talking of sharing parts, owners BMW have helped out with the powertrain. So, a slightly revised version of what you'll find in the latest BMW i3. But basically, very similar. And that's a potential Achilles heel, with only 50 kilowatts charge speed, because the i3 is getting a little long in the tooth now. If you're driving this on long journeys, you may feel the pain. But if you're driving this during the week to commute, maybe with the kids at the weekend, chances are you'll be charging this slowly overnight anyway. Also borrowed from the i3 is one-pedal driving, and that saves your right foot a lot of swapping when you're in urban traffic jams. Known either as the Mini Electric or Mini SE, depending on where you're watching this around the world, it comes as a 3-door variant, maybe not as practical, but we think it does look great. The battery is 32.6 kilowatt hours. And that is significantly less than some of its direct competitors. But fans of this car say it's not about distance road tripping, this is about having fun. And it is lighter than some of its competitors, like the Honda E. So what is it competing with? Well, the Honda E is a very stylish car that, like I say, is a little bit heavier, a little bit more expensive, but if you fall in love with the styling, you've just got to have it. This car also competes with Europe's most popular EV. In 2020, that is the Renault Zoe. Has a much bigger boot, 335 litres compared to the Mini's 211. And crucially, well over 100 miles more range from its 52 kilowatt hour battery. The Mini is fastest of all its rivals though, 7.3 seconds, 0 to 62, or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. 182 horsepower from the 136 kilowatt motor, and that is the same power as a 2-litre petrol Cooper S. Top speed? Well, only 93 miles an hour, but look, that's not the party trick of any electric car really. Price-wise, Mini tell us that half of those who pre-ordered the car opted for the top spec. Out of the 3 levels of luxury on offer, Mini might be rooted in a small urban car, but the pricing is something which attracts a more affluent buyer, and that top spec comes with a panoramic roof, leather interior, wireless phone charging, and much more. Will the regular Mini buyers take to the Mini Electric? Many buyers have had several over the years. Could this attract new fans to the brand? Well, the sights and sounds of young London in the 1960s included a Mini wherever you looked, and the effortless start of the Italian job as well. Can the new electric Mini hold up to its heritage? Leave us a comment below about the new Mini Electric, or Mini SE, whatever it's called, where you're watching this. Give this channel a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.